Tattooing is the practice of permanently marking the skin with ink. It has been widely practiced throughout human cultures for thousands of years. Otzi the Iceman, a 5,300-year-old corpse, was found in the Ots Valley in the Alps between Italy and Austria. The body had approximately 57 carbon tattoos that are believed to be the markings of a shaman. In Japan, tattoos started out as a punishment for criminals. Hundreds of years ago, Japanese authorities tattooed criminals to allow the public to recognize them. By the end of the 17th century, these outlaws began covering up these tattoos by blending them into bigger ones that would cover their entire body. This process is called horimono and can cost up to tens of thousands of dollars and take years to complete. Although the tattoos are usually covered by clothing, they mark the bodies of the notorious and feared Japanese mafia, the Yakuza. In Papua New Guinea and Africa, tattoos are required for initiation rituals and marriage ceremonies. Some tattoos can take weeks to complete because the process is so painful and can only be tolerated in small doses. Most of these tattoos are done on the face of women, and after completed, they are considered to be more beautiful. Tattooing became popular in the Western world shortly after its discovery in the South Pacific by sailors aboard Captain Cook's first voyage to Polynesia. Today, at least 1 in 7 North Americans have tattoos.
If you look at it close, those tribal patterns are they're sort of organic. They're really deeply rooted in wherever the people were, and so, tribe to tribe, those tattoos would vary a lot. The next wave, which was the military and the Hells Angels and the prison people and what have you, those tattoos, I think, were symbols or earmarks of where people were or what was important to them or what they shared in common. So the jailhouse people had a certain kind of tattoo, and the people in the Navy had the anchor, and then there was the mom thing with the sentimentality, and it was like a badge of honor relative to who you were.
Ink and bikes, they kind of go together. Always have, always will. In the bike world, it's mostly just a couple of symbols. The brand, Harley-Davidson. 1% is a very common tattoo. And then, of course, all the gang tattoos that have rockers and meaning and representation. Tattooing was initially maybe a military thing, but lately more a decorative thing. The meaning behind the tattoos has kind of disappeared, I see 18-year-olds with spider web on their elbows like they've been in jail for 20 years. But I understand the need for tattoos, how it defines you as a person, it separates you as from all the other ones that you don't want to be. I have some ink myself. All ink sooner or later will be regrettable, but you get over that, thank God. I have some friendship tattoos. I have a child over here, Julie, French child, doctor. Very nice, very nice.
Tattoos are important to me because now I just want them to be gone. No. I enjoy being tattooed probably more than having the tattoos themselves. It's just an enjoyable experience to get a tattoo, It hurts at first and then it becomes this kind of a euphoric thing. I made this design for Charlie Roberts to do when he was a young man. He was probably 19 or something like that. And he did a really good job. He was sweating it. It took a long time, a lot of black. These are ones that I did myself when I was a high schooler.
On yourself?
Yeah, I did those on myself. They're on my left arm. I'm right-handed. And this is my first tattoo from a professional place. I was in high school. I was the first one in Santa Cruz I have to tattoo.
It's kind of
Claim
faded.
to infamy. And then Theo Jack, he was a bouncer, and now he's a good tattoo artist. I just said do whatever you want. But I want a pink rabbit with a brick in his hand. I said pink rabbit with a brick in his hand, and he just lit up.
What does that signify?
Whatever you want. The Beauty and the Beast, right? Something like that. Easter and mayhem. You have to get daddy because the ladies, they call me daddy.
And then show the kids. Show the kids.
My kids. I represent my kids. My son, I got a big one, and then I got that one. That's my most recent tattoo, my daughter.
I like that name.
When I first went into the tattoo shop, it was like circus people. Seriously. It was like a fringy circus kind of thing. Captain Don, the sword swallower, and stuff like that. Punk rock people were starting to do it, you know, but very punk rock. Then, you know, like everything, the Chili Peppers started doing it and ruined it. That's a short history of tattoos.
My friends were touring in a rock band, and they started getting some tattoos, I think, here.
Oh, what rock band, Eric?
They were touring with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, so Flea and Anthony and Jack Irons, at a time our friend Hillel Slovak were traveling, and they were in Amsterdam, and the big tattoo man in Amsterdam is called Hanky Panky. His name's really Henk Schiffmacher. So they would come back with these beautiful pieces. I think Anthony's big back piece was from Hanky. Now, I used to do these drawings. I was in art school, and I had kind of a tag of a sort. It was a crazy kind of scribble kind of face. So that was sort of my signature, and I put it on a surfboard, and Hanky came to Los Angeles because he was friends with Bob Roberts at Spotlight Tattoo. So I heard Hanky was in town, and I was like, maybe now's the time to get a tattoo. So I went down to Spotlight where he was hanging out and brought my surfboard down there and showed him my surfboard. He said, yeah, I want to get this on my back. And Hanky, you know, being from Amsterdam, not really California culture, thought I was kind of crazy. Some guy comes in with his surfboard and says, see this crazy design? It's a scribbles design. I want to put this scribble on my back. So he laughed. He's a big guy. And just went, ho, 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 okay, that's crazy. So that's how it started. This is the board that I brought to Hanky to show him. And this was my drawing, which is basically kind of a face with a nose, and a scribble for mouth, and a scribble for two eyes, and some crazy hair. And so that's what I showed Hanky. And then I did a drawing, actually, because I measured my shoulders, and I did a drawing to the size of the shoulders. And then I gave him the drawing, and he did the drawing with a pen on the back of and I'd look at it in the mirror, and I'd say, oh, add an extra, add some hair that goes here, add some hair that goes there. And then I said, oh, let's go across and do these little marks on my arms. So it kind of matches up.
I do believe and I do see how the freedom of expression lets you do whatever you need to do to your body. And yeah, it hurts way less than having you know, Prince Albert. Yeah. So anyway, get tattooed, freaks.
Oh my god.
It's so dope. Check it out now. I work the pen to make the ink transform on any particular surface the pen lands on. I care if it's hands on. What's the beef? The coolie high code chiefs, high post techniques. I drape off poetic landscapes and shapes. Illustrate the paper space off the pens that paint. Then design what habit National Geographic or magic with tailor-made status and plus flavor that's automatic.
We're not falling, we take it back to the days of yes, y'allin'. We're holding on to what's golden.
On the stage I rage and I'm rolling.
We're not falling, a shot calling. We take it back to the days of yes, y'allin'. We're holding on to what's golden.
On the stage I rage and I'm rolling.
Melancholy, mundane, sauteed, a hot flame, big rings, fat chains, they all quest for the same. No